Hello, welcome to Yoga with Rach. I'm Rach, thank you very much for joining me. We are on week 4 of our Yoga for Sagittarius season. So Saggy is our fire sign. We've been building up that heat into the body with the previous week's practice where we went into our fire salutations. And we've been working with isolations around the hips. And this week we're going to do a couple of standing balancing poses. So we're still working on that heat by working with our core stability. So we're working with building that fire into the belly. And playing around with the balance in a couple of standing poses where we're looking more at the range of movement. So we're not going to be using the hands to support ourselves or move deeper into a more advanced variation of the pose. But then we're coming down onto the mat, onto the belly and then onto the back for a couple more isolation movements. So very similar to what we did in week 2 where we were doing like the leg lifts and the hip circles and the knee taps. But we're going a little bit more into some isolation into the hips. So come on up to standing. So from here, so I'm going to move to the side so you can see the movement we're doing. So you want the feet to actually be together. So you want feet together, knees touching, but you don't want the knees squeezing together. So just nice and relaxed. So we're just inviting ourselves into this natural state for the hips rather than going hip width apart, because we want to try and keep the knees and the hips in this alignment as we're going to be pushing the leg back behind us. So bring the hands together and interlace fingers, so you're not tempted to reach the hand back and hold the foot. Lifting and standing up nice and tall so the shoulders start over your hips. You can start with the right leg and slide the right foot back, bending the knee. And you can point the foot, you can flex the foot, whichever helps. Apparently if you keep the foot flexed, you're less likely to get a cramp in the foot or the leg, but who knows if that actually works. So from here, think about where the ball of your foot is, and that's the area that you're going to be pushing back. So at the moment we look like we're doing this quad stretch, and we're going to allow ourselves to push the right foot back. And you can get a little bit of movement in the hips as you puff the chest out. So think about going into our dancer pose. We're pushing the right leg back, focusing on the breath, and it's not just about hinging at the hips. Coming back to center, lower the right foot down, and have a go on the left side. So you're sliding the left foot back, finding your balance. If you're wobbling, if you find you're leaning to the side and lifting the hip of the leg out to the side, come back down and start again. So knees and feet together, slide the foot back. You might point the foot, you might flex the foot. From here, push the foot back and up. Allow yourself a little bit of movement in the hips. So you're puffing the chin and the chest out. Find that dancer pose. So think about going into a bit of a back bend. So it's not a case of folding forward and being able to push the left foot up higher just because you've hinged at the hips. Bring the left foot down. We're going to try that one more time. Either side. So slide the right foot back. Starting up nice and tall, hips and shoulders in alignment. Start to push the right leg back and up, just as far as feels comfortable. Keep the chin and chest lifted. Check you're not leaning over to the side. Bring the right foot down. Have a go on the left. So knees, feet together. Slide the left foot back. Push the foot up. Little hinge forward at the hips. Focusing on the breath. And coming back to centre. So we're in week 2, we did our hip circle. So we started with this kicking of the tailbone, bringing the knee into the belly, pushing the leg out, round and up. We're going to mix it up a little bit and actually go the other way from our dancer pose into tree pose without using the hands, just seeing where you naturally land on the leg. So you're going to bend your right knee as you slide the foot back, push the knee out to the side, lift it up and around, and place your foot. So you might land on the thigh. If you're on the knee, let the foot hover, and maybe you naturally found the shin. Take your time. Have a go on the other side. So place the right foot down, right foot next to the left, knees together. Slide the left foot back, and pushing out, around, and placing the foot. It doesn't matter where you land. So I know here I'm trying to touch the knee, so I'm going to hover the ball of the foot. We're going to have one more go each side and place the left foot down, feet, knees together, slide the right foot back and out, around and up. Have a go on the other side, placing the foot down, sliding the left foot back, pushing the knee out, around and up, placing the foot, find your tree and place the foot down. Find your way towards the top of the mat, feet are hip width apart, and let the hands, the arms relax. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Your transition, walk, step, or hop into plank. Lower the knees down first, or keep the knees high. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the mat, untucking the toes. Bring the hands in front of you, place one hand on top of the other, flaring the elbows out, resting your forehead or your chin on your hands, focusing on the breath. So from here, we're going to move into locust pose. We're not lifting the head or the torso, we're going to just move from the legs to the hips, and we're going to go into our pulsations. So you might need to watch this one for one round, or just to get an idea of what we're doing, or if you have the screen in front of you, just lift your chin so you're looking forward. We're going to start on the right side. You're lifting the right leg up, only as high as feels comfortable in your back. So if it's starting to pinch or feel uncomfortable, lower the leg down. So you don't have to lift the leg up too high, but keep the movement from your hip. And from here, we're going to go for 10 pulses. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the right leg down, lifting the left leg. Check that you're not lifting up too high, so make sure it feels comfortable in your back. When you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the left leg, have a little pause. We're going to do 2 more sets. Staying with your breath. When you're ready, right leg lifts. And pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the right leg down. Left leg lifts. Make sure the leg's not too high. Listen to what's going on in your back. Pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the left leg down. Have a little pause before we go into our last set. When you're ready, right leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the right leg down. Left leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lifting your forehead or your chin off your hands, bring your hands underneath the shoulders, tucking under the toes. Lift your head, your chest, your belly. Pull the tailbone to the heels, resting your forehead on the mat. Have a little moment or two in child's pose. And then coming on up to sitting. So we're going to find our way onto our back, keeping the knees bent, feet on the mat, and find that placement. So if you practiced the Scorpio season, we were looking at the pelvic tilts. So we want to make sure that we're keeping a slight tuck of the tailbone and the lower back pushes into the mat, rather than allowing the lower back to arch. We want that support for the back. From here, lifting the legs up. If you need to, you can bend the knees. You might have the knees bent completely, but make sure you move from the hip, not from the knee. So we're going to go into our single leg lifts and lowers, keeping your awareness of your back. So if you're pushing your leg away and you're letting your lower back arch, you're pushing the leg away too far. We're going up to 10 on the right side and then up to 10 on the left. So listen to your body. Do not push yourself to do more than what feels comfortable for you. So you're pushing the right leg away, lifting back up. When you're done, changing sides. When you've worked both legs, bringing the knees into the belly. might wrap the arms around the legs. Placing the feet onto the mat, walking the feet wide, let the knees drop in, just gently swaying the legs side to side. Slowing the movement down, dropping the knees together. Just have a few moments focusing on the breath. You might stay here, moving into a longer savasana, or if you're finished you may find your way up to sitting. I'll pop a couple of links at the end of this video. I shall see